We are back here on the Lynne Hayes Freeland Show. I am thrilled to have Kyle Holbrook with me today on the show. He's been on the radio with me before. You have seen his artwork around the city, but what you may not know is the story behind it. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Lynn, for having me on.
Absolutely. So I want to get right in it. I mean, you know, we're going to show some of your work in just a second, but most people who've been around the city, they've seen it before. They know you have a very strong anti-violence message, but there's a reason why you have this message.
Yes. I mean, you know, I've lost many friends myself in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of my best friends at different times of life, my daughter's goddad. And Lynn, it's, you know, that was the first time I lost my, you know, my good friend Greg. I was 14. You know, I'm in my 40s now. So it's been almost 3 decades. And I wanted to do something, and I've done Stop Violence murals before. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do one right in Oakland so that, you know, people from, you know, that's the most densely populated area in our city. So that it's not just in the hood, or so that people can, you know, a lot of times people say, oh, that's just an issue just for the Black community or in the hood. But this is, you know, young people from our city, young Americans that are dying, and they are, unfortunately, you know, typically young Black males. And what I see is the age is getting younger and younger.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really wanted to do something big and bright and bold so everybody can know and get the message, and do it right there in Oakland so that, you know, people can share it. I'm currently, Lynn, on a tour to all 50 states.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, I'm talking to you right now. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. So it's an hour difference. But I'm doing all 50 states because what I've seen is that, you know, this is not just a regional issue. All around the country, gun violence is going up. And you know, the victims are becoming younger and younger. And you know, so 20th year, I've been doing the Murals, 20th year anniversary of my organization, MLK Mural, Moving Lives of Kids, and do something so passionate to myself and us as an organization. I wanted to really send this message to make a connection to all 50 states so we know that this is an issue for the whole country.
In fact, it is, and it crosses all state lines, city lines, color lines, age lines. We have 2 pictures. We have 2 photographs of some of your work. Talk me through them. What do you want?
Go
ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, one is the recent one I just did in Oakland, which is my my signature style, done in the orange. Now that orange is the official orange that is of gun violence awareness, and you know, so it's a memorial. It's much larger than all the murals that I'm doing on this tour because it's for my, you know, hometown, and it's done in that orange, and it's done, you know, in abstract, and it says "Stop Gun Violence," has a stop sign, and then it has all kind of abstract colors done in that orange as the outline of everything. So it's bright, it's bold. That's why they use orange when there's detours or there's construction, because it draws your attention. And this is the gun violence in orange that is extra bright, that really will draw attention to the message. And then the other one that you have is the one I did right before I got, you know, home to Pittsburgh, is the Youngstown mural in Youngstown. Youngstown's a small city, you know, just an hour and a half away from Pittsburgh, but they've been experiencing a lot of gun violence. So that's right on their main streets in Idora, which is similar to like the neighborhood I grew up in, Wilkinsburg, which, you know, unfortunately experiences a lot of violence and trauma. And so that's right there in the middle of their community at their community center.
And so when people stop and look at your artwork, what do you want them to feel?
Well, I want them to be, you know, first to be drawn in by the aesthetics. You know, I wanted to like the art, and to come and look at it. And then when they come up and see the whole point of the art being about stop gun violence, then I want them to, you know, to feel concern. I want them to feel a need of urgency. I want them to feel, you know, if they've lost the gun violence, I want them to feel a sense of healing, that this was done in their lost loved one's memory, It's done to draw attention to the issue because, Lynn, the more people that are aware of the issue of gun violence, then the more opportunities we have to come up with solutions. It's going to take a lot of different solutions. You know, with my organization, we do some of the solutions in our small way through art by, you know, providing employment through art, hope, through inspiration to possible career opportunities, by, you know, showing responsibility through you know, through the work and stuff like that. And also, I think most importantly is providing mentorship. By them working with other artists, male and female, black and white, and that you know, talk to them about things in their life. And I think mentorship is certainly one of the solutions. But it's going to take people much smarter than me, people in different walks of life, to come up with solutions. I think one thing we know, Lynn, is that as gun violence is going up all around the country, so is corporate revenue. Okay, so there's certainly resources that can be allocated to bring in mentors, to bring in
around, right.
Yeah.
I don't want to run out of time with you, and we could probably do a whole show with you, and we might have to do that sometime in the near future. But the other thing I want to just circle back is you mentioned that you lost someone at age 14, and people don't necessarily process that stays with you forever.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I remember Greg all my life. I lost Nelson later on when I was 14, and so I've painted them on murals, you know, in Wilkinsburg. But you know, a lot of that trauma and a lot of those losses, you know, I've suppressed them for years, Lynn. And I think one of the things is that these murals do for myself, it's like a form of therapy, painting them, getting the message out. But hopefully, it's some form of therapy for other families of lost loved ones, that they know that this is done in the memory, you know, of their lost loved ones.
Of their loved one, indeed. Kyle Holbrook, thanks so much for joining us today. Like I said, we could do a whole show. I'm going to have to follow up with you on that, but I knew you had a new piece of work. I wanted to get it in, so thanks so much for taking time while you're on the road to be with us today. We appreciate you, sir, and we appreciate the gift that you're sharing with all of us.
My pleasure, Lynn, and thank you for having me on to help spread the message. You're amazing.
Absolutely. All right, take good care. And I'll be back in just a minute to wrap this all up, so don't go away.